Hello, tenor saxophone players. This is Rick with Musicians Edition, and today we will be working on page 38. It's called Rockin Rondeau, Rockin Rondeau. So let's talk about this a little bit, what's on this page before we get to playing it. It says band arrangement under the title. What that means is that this is written for an entire band made of woodwinds, brass, percussion. So clarinets, flutes, saxophones, trumpets, trombones, tuba, percussion, drums, cymbals, things like that. Over here tells you who wrote this piece of music. So this is a very old melody. And it says that this arrangement is based on a theme, an old theme. The person that wrote the band arrangement, it says arranged by Chuck Elledge, and it gives the year that he was born. So what he did was he took that theme and he wrote a part for the flutes, and he wrote a part for the clarinets and the tenor saxes and all the different parts. And then when that's all played together, hopefully you have a nice sounding piece of music. Let's talk about the individual part for the tenor saxophones, which is probably different than all of the other parts. If you're playing in a band, you will notice that tenor saxophones often play what the trombones have, or at least part of what the trombones have. So you will find yourself playing along with trombones and baritones. And sometimes tenor saxophones have the melody, but a lot of times they do not. You will find in a band arrangement that the instruments that most often have the melody were probably going to be flutes and trumpets, but that doesn't mean that it's always that way. A good band arrangement will take the melody and move it around. So what is the melody? Well, that's the main tune that you hear. If you hear a song on the radio and you've heard it a couple of times and you walk away kind of humming that or singing that in your head or singing it out loud, that would be the melody that you're singing. There are accompaniment parts that support the melody, and they are very important too. But the melody needs to be heard. So the accompaniment shouldn't cover the melody in most pieces of music, or maybe all pieces of music. So a lot of what you have in your part is accompaniment, but there is some melody mixed in. All right, at the beginning it says moderato. You should know medium speed. There's one flat in the key signature, and that is B flat. So everything will be played as a natural except for the note B, which is B flat. You will notice numbers. There are small numbers and there are large numbers in a square. The small numbers are measured numbers and the large ones are rehearsal numbers. So if you're playing with a big band and you'd like to work on the section at number 15, you don't have to start at the beginning. The conductor can say, let's all start at measure 15. You can all find 15, or it could be one of the smaller numbers. You might say, well, tenor saxophones in measure 21, what is your rhythm? 1, 2, and 3, 4. So you can look at measure 21 and find that. You have a repeat sign facing to the right at number 5, and then a first and second endings. First and second endings, measures 11, 12, 13, and 14. The repeat at measure 12 goes back to number 5. Second time through, you skip measures 11 and 12 and go to 13 and then continue on. There's a fermata in bar 29. And then at 30, it says allegro. Allegro is faster than moderato. So the speed should be increased a little bit at that point. There are dynamic markings, so louds and softs. There are accents. There are crescendos and decrescendos. There is a retard at measure 28. So you will see right under beat 3, there's a retard and then some lines. That means gradually slow down and get slower until you get to measure 29. There is also a retard at measure 47 with dashes following it. So that means gradually get slower as you get to the last note. and then there's a fermato over the last note. I would encourage you to learn this in sections. It could be a couple of measures at a time. It could be a line at a time. If you try to learn the whole thing all at once, it might seem a little overwhelming. So small sections is always good. All right. Get to playing this. So what I'm going to do is play this once through with the metronome like I usually do. And I will set the metronome at a little bit slower speed. Not slower, but a speed that would be better to learn it at, I think. And then after I'm done with that, I found a band arrangement. It's a 5th grade or 6th grade band, so it's nothing professional sounding, but I'm going to play along with that to give you an idea of how your part would sound played with the band. And then if you'd like to look up Rockin Rondeau on the internet and find an arrangement to play along with, you can do that, and hopefully that'll help you out. So starting at the beginning. The first thing you do is rest for 3 measures. So I'm going to count that out loud. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. And I'm not going to slow down because I have the metronome going. All right, continuing at 30. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3.
This lesson is brought to you by the Musician's Edition practice book. Make goals and keep track of progress throughout the whole year. When you're done with this video lesson, don't forget to mark this practice time in your Musician's Edition practice book. Now back to the video.
Just to give you an idea of what you might do on the 2 measures with the retard, I'll play through that with the retard this time without the metronome. Here's measure 28. 2, 3, 4. would continue on. And here is the retard at measure 47. I'll start at 46. 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Those are not exact. All right. Give me just a second to find an arrangement to play along with. And as I said before, there are a few options with this. This one does go a little faster than I just played it, so you will want to work up to this. Also, there is not a change in speed at measure 30. They, for whatever reason, decided not to do that. So hopefully you can hear both things. Let me move this a little bit closer so you can hear it. Again, this is like a 5th or 6th grade band, so it's nothing professional, but it'll do the job. All right, so hopefully that gives you an idea of how that goes. And it is great to play with other musicians. So if you haven't had that opportunity, I hope you do get a chance to play with a group. It's more challenging to work out all the parts, but once everything is put together, it's a great experience. So good luck with this page, and I will see you next time.